Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Mr. Coder, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do Nikita and LCM from Codeforces Round 948 Division 2. Problem C. So Nikita is a student passionate about number theory and algorithms, and he has an array of numbers. Suppose Nikita has an array A of length n, and he'll call a subsequence of the array special if the least common multiple, or LCM, is not contained in A. The LCM of an empty subsequence is equal to 0. So Nikita wonders, what is the length of the longest special subsequence of A? And a subsequence is not a consecutive. It's just like the current order. You can delete if you delete several elements without changing the order, that you get that subsequence. So you have the n in the array. So for example, for the first one, if you do any combination of numbers, the least common multiple will always exist in the array. And for example, like if you do 16 and 8, then the least common multiple of them is 16. But 16's in the array A, so that wouldn't work. If you did 8 and 2, then it'll still be 8. These are all like powers of 2, so they're always divisible by each other. So there's nothing possible, because if you just did this lonely 1, the least common multiple will still be 1. So that's why the length would be 0. For the next one, so we see that there's 6 numbers and the maximum is 4, because you can do 3, 2, 10, and 1, which least common multiple is 30, but you don't see any 30s here. There's no 30s. And the reason why you can't include 20 in this is if you did 20, 10, 2, 3, 1, then its least common multiple would be 60, which of course there's a 60 in the array. And then for this 7, it's 4, because you can do this 100,003. You can do 2, 3, and 6, which least common multiple is 600,018, which, as we can see, there's no 600,018 in here. And then this 9, there's 5 different. This 8, you can do all of them, because the key thing to notice is that, like, if there's a number that isn't divisible by the biggest number, then those two numbers can form an LCM that doesn't exist in the array, because it's the LCM is always going to be at least the biggest number. But then if it's not the biggest number, then it's got to be more. And if it's more than the maximum, then it definitely doesn't exist. And this last one, you can only pick 1. Or if you try picking 1, then the least common multiple of 1 is just 1, which exists. So that doesn't work. So basically what I did, I first got the vector, I sorted it from greatest to least, so then I can easily get the greatest one. I stored everything in a set, so then I can easily check if it's there in log n time. And then I got the LCM of all of the values, and I got the LCM of all the values, and if it's not the greatest one, if it's not equal to the greatest number, then I can include all n, and it's not going to exist. But if it is L, then I have the LCM, then I have to do a different thing, and I need to get all the factors of the maximum number. So I did that here. If the vector 0 modulus I, then I just push back I and the maximum over I, so it gets both sides. And then for this part, I just checked if I could get the square root of it. And if there was a square root, if it was a perfect square, then I pushed it back, and I only pushed it back once, so I wouldn't have to do repetitive stuff. And then I kept the max to see what is the maximum length. And then if of course if I find it in the array or in the set, if I find like one of these factors, then it can't work because that means it exists in the array already. But otherwise, oh yeah, a quick note that it can only, the LCM that you target cannot be anything different from these things, because you already checked if there's something else different, then it's just n. So that's why this works. And then if it's if it's not, doesn't exist in array A, then you check if you can make it. And since the LCM can't go too big if it's divisible, so I keep track of the LCM and the total amount of elements, numbers, and then if it is divisible, then then this vector J cannot be greater than Ti, which means that the LCM won't be bigger than Ti. And then at the end, I check to see if the LCM is equal to Ti. If it is, then I update max with total if total is greater than max, and then I print out max. So now, as you can see, 0.44580, which matches with 0.44580 over here. So yeah, this is how you solve Nikita and LCM. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.